Okay, today's randomly generated mug elements are lace again, except this time we are going for red. So this is the only red lace that I have. It is beautiful though, so I'm excited about that. And then we rolled donuts. So my immediate thought, of course, even before rolling the other elements, was probably going to be using it as a background for the objects again. And then I rolled coffee beans, which I've already dug through this box, but the coffee beans box also has these like coffee stain kind of things as well. So I'm definitely going to be pairing it with that because I have a single plate and I think it would be fun to make a plate with a little coffee stain. And I matched up the size of the coffee stain to the size of the bottom of the mug as well, so they'll match perfectly, and I just think that's super fun. So this will go on the plate. And then I think I'm just gonna like put a smattering of coffee beans around the mug too, and I think it'll be cute. It'll be cute and simple, I think, in just the right ways. Although, no, I'm not using the lace as just a background because I've already chosen my mug shape. And I'm gonna be firm on the decision that I have already made. Okay, so we have our coffee beans, we have our coffee stain, which I am gonna have to cut this out, unfortunately. Yep, yes I am. So I'll speed this up, I'll get back to you when I'm done. No. I changed my mind about cutting this out because I feel like if I cut out too cleanly, I'm gonna lose like some of the organic nature of it, and that will bother me a lot more than having to work around it in a different way. So I'm actually not gonna cut it out, and we will just go as is. Okay, so thought process is to do some donuts around the mug in a couple different styles, and then use the lace as the background for the donuts, which I think will look super cute. And then we'll do some coffee beans around as well. So I have 4 different donut styles. And ignore the cupcakes in the box as well. And I think I'm gonna go for, I know I have a couple like smaller sizes, there we go, as well. So I wanna toss in a couple of those just to get some size variation in there so it's not all looking the same. Yeah, okay. So we'll pair our donuts up with some lace. This is going to be a situation where I have to lay the donuts down, the lace down, and then lay the donuts on top and then clean up around them. It's going to be one of those place and erase kind of situations, which is fine. Luckily, the donuts are already pre-cut out. This enough space? Barely. Okay. All right, so that is our lace cutout. Put that away. Okay, so part of me wants to cut off the lace from this bottom portion and then make it so only the lace shows up on the iced parts. And then the other half of me thinks that's gonna be a huge pain in the butt. The problem is, I'm gonna listen to the part of me that wants to do it because I think that added detail is gonna be really nice. So we'll do the first one trying it this way. And if it proves to be too much of a pain in my butt, I will do it without this detail. I think that's how we'll do it. Because I do think it would look really cool. And it would save me from having to like go in and clean it up. I am gonna ignore this inside bit though, because screw that. Okay, so let's try this out. So I want the first donut right here. So we'll put the lace down. I love this lace. I think it's so pretty. I have it in so many colors just because I love it that much. Okay. So we have our lace down. And then we're going to put our donut frosting. Start erasing the lace. That red is really freaking red. Okay. Now we're gonna smooth out the mug. This would be easier with a mug that was more on the damp side than the one I'm working with, but such is life. Okay, and now let's see how well this wants to work. So what I'm gonna do is I'll just lay it down in the one corner, and then I'll bring this over to the other corner. So at least the far edges are connected where it needs to be. And then we'll just do one of those. Because it doesn't matter if it doesn't line up perfectly with up here because there's no shading up there. So it's not a big deal, you know? Yeah, this will be fine. I don't mind doing this. This isn't that much extra work. I've definitely done designs with more extra unnecessary work before, so I don't mind this at all. I do mind that I just smeared that, but oh well. Okay. Let's do a stripey one. It's so red. It's so red. All right, put the little bottom half of the donut back on. My water's gonna be so dirty by the time I'm done with this. Okay. I'm definitely not gonna need all of these donuts. Okay, let's go with this stripey one. All right, we'll put this one further up and tilting in that direction. Maybe put that a little higher up than I should have, but oh well, it's too late now. It's not too late. There are things that I could do to fix it, but I don't feel like it. I'm running into the issue today that I'm tired. I'm tired because I've been doing my taxes all night. I definitely find that when I'm tired or in like specific, like less than ideal moods, my designs, I don't think they suffer, but I do think they become a bit less complex than they otherwise would have been, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, although I do think this idea I would have ended up going with regardless of my energy level, just because, like, come on, man, coffee and donuts and fancy lace donuts. Like, you can't deny the fact that, like, you could definitely go into, like, a fancy upscale donut shop and, like, they would have donuts with a friggin' lace frosting. Because donut shops are doing so much. Like, bakeries and stuff do the coolest stuff now. And I bet you could find some lace donuts somewhere. Saying donuts nowadays definitely just made me feel like I was giving some back in my day vibes. Which, like, I'm 30 now. I guess I can start pulling some back in my day situations. I feel like I can get away with it now. 30's old enough to be doing that, right? Smooth that rough texture back in, because we still want the mug to be comfortable to hold. There we go. All right, nice and smooth. Then we'll do this corner and then this one. And then we'll go towards the middle. And there we go. Still a perfectly acceptable round donut. All right, and then we're gonna go with, not that one, we're gonna go with this one. I like that I say we're gonna go with, as if you all have any say in what's going on here. All right. Oof. I think we'll go with this one. Oops. I think we'll go with this one for the plate. All right. Okay. And again, get this corner stuck down. And then just pull this side around. And we got a donut. Okay. So the thought process now is just to stick a bunch of coffee beans all over it. I have a number of coffee beans pre-cut out, but I'm gonna go in and just cut out strips of them, little chunks. since I can't do full sheets, like full giant chunks of them, because it's a round surface and they'll get all funky, we're gonna do little chunks of them just around the areas of the donuts. And then we'll see where that takes us. Okay, and I'm straight up just doing a background of coffee beans, and I think it's gonna be cute. So let's do that. And what I like is I think this is gonna come off kind of subtle, or at least not as in your face as the red of the donuts, because it is brown underglaze on top of brown clay. So I'm hoping that it kind of looks like you kind of have to do a double take to see the coffee beans, you know? Sorry about that. Had to deal with some storage settings stuff. Ran out of space on my phone. I really don't think I missed anything though. Coffee and donuts. Yeah, I think this design is cute. That one smeared a little bit, but it's gonna be right where the glaze is gonna go, so not too terribly worried about it. I don't have any ideas yet on what I want to do for glaze, but it's probably gonna be a decent amount of coverage, so I'm not worried about. Not worried about a little bit of smear, you know? I think I should probably do coffee beans down the handle for this though, for sure. In my brain, I was like, oh, this is a simple design. This shouldn't take too long. Lies. Lies and incorrectness. This is taking forever. It's as simple, it shouldn't take any time at all. How do you feel knowing you're not smart, Claire? Feels normal. Feels exactly like it normally does when I have zero understanding of time and space. I say space because my spatial awareness is absolutely whack. Okay, feel like we need a couple. By the way, I'm gonna bring the glaze up to, well, I should still put them up the handle. Okay, ignore that. A coffee bean there. And one there. I feel like I need to not neglect those little middle portions. Because it will be I feel like it'll be very noticeable if like there isn't something in there, you know? Except for that one next to this one, because the hole is just weirdly small. Okay. All right. Finish the design of the handle. All right. I can't wait to spritz this one with water. I think it's gonna be so cute once we like really get the black outlines to pop. Kind of wish it would have been like the blue lace instead of red, but we work with what we're given. Okay, let me get the spray bottle. I almost rolled my ankle walking on a flat surface. Okay. It's a little busy for such a simple design idea. I feel like the design itself is kind of busy. But like I also love it, so I'm not mad.